Nature hides its most devastating secrets, shrouding unimaginable power beneath a calm and beautiful surface. For centuries, the wild landscapes of British Columbia have inspired awe and wonder, but beneath the mist and the ancient trees, forces are quietly gathering strength. These forces remain invisible, until a single catastrophic moment reveals their true power, unleashing chaos that can change lives in an instant. We walk these shores, trusting the ground beneath us, rarely considering that it could betray us without warning. The earth feels solid, dependable, until it isn't. Today, that trust is being tested. A red alert has been issued, a warning that demands immediate attention from every resident, every family, and every community leader. The USGS, working alongside Canadian experts, has uncovered new and alarming findings. These discoveries threaten not just the landscape but the very way of life along Canada's Pacific coastline. This isn't just about earthquakes, it's about a sudden, violent lurch, a seismic event so powerful it could reshape British Columbia forever, altering coastlines and communities in a matter of minutes. The alert is urgent, targeting communities along the vulnerable shores of BC, where small towns and villages cling to the edge of the continent, exposed to the full force of nature's wrath. The danger is a 1-2 punch, a massive quake that could strike without warning, shaking the very foundations of homes, schools, and businesses. And then, as the ground settles, the land itself could suddenly sink, triggering catastrophic flooding as seawater rushes in to claim what was once dry land. This phenomenon, called subsidence, could instantly inundate neighborhoods, roads, and entire communities. Places once thought safe, now underwater in a matter of hours. The implications are staggering. Millions may be forced to reevaluate what safety means and how to protect their loved ones and livelihoods from a threat that is both sudden and relentless. The ground we stand on is not as solid as it seems. Now, more than ever, the time to prepare is now, before disaster strikes, not after. The clock is ticking. This is a call to awareness and action, a moment for every Canadian to come together, learn, and prepare for what may come. At the heart of this urgent warning lies the Cascadia subduction zone, a colossal 1,000-kilometer fault that stretches from the rugged shores of Vancouver Island all the way down to the northern tip of California. This hidden geological boundary is not just a line on a map, it's a sleeping giant, quietly shaping the fate of the entire Pacific Northwest. Here, deep beneath the surface, the dense Juan de Fuca plate is relentlessly forced beneath the massive North American plate. Over centuries, this slow-motion collision builds up unimaginable stress, warping the land above and storing energy that will one day be violently released. This zone is capable of producing megathrust earthquakes, cataclysmic events that rank among the most powerful and destructive on Earth. When the fault finally slips, the ground can shake for minutes, toppling buildings and reshaping entire landscapes in an instant. The last time Cascadia unleashed its fury was in the year 1700. That massive quake sent a towering tsunami racing across the Pacific Ocean, devastating coastal villages and even reaching the distant shores of Japan, where it was recorded in ancient chronicles. Today, scientists are united in their warning. It's not a question of if Cascadia will rupture again, but when. Communities up and down the coast are preparing, but the scale of the threat is daunting. The latest USGS findings are even more alarming. They reveal that the consequences of the next Cascadia event could be more immediate and severe than previously imagined, with little warning before disaster strikes. The true terror may not come from the tsunami alone. Along the coastline, the very ground could suddenly drop by several feet, destroying homes and roads before the first wave even arrives. For those living at sea level, the danger is immediate and overwhelming. Understanding the Cascadia subduction zone is not just a scientific pursuit, it's a matter of survival. This is a clear and present danger, one that demands our attention and preparation now, not in some distant future. When Cascadia finally awakens, the first and most devastating blow may come from the ground itself, giving way beneath our feet, forever altering the lives of millions in its path. The most alarming aspect is co-seismic subsidence, where the coastline could instantly sink during a massive quake. Imagine the ground dropping by up to 2 meters in moments, as the earthquake strikes. This isn't gradual, it's a sudden transformation, permanently lowering the land. The result areas once safe from flooding are instantly inundated. The USGS estimates the number of people and buildings at risk more than doubles when subsidence is considered. Roads, bridges, and evacuation routes could be underwater within minutes. Emergency plans must now account for a dual crisis: violent shaking and immediate flooding. The science demands a complete overhaul of our safety assumptions. The threat is faster, more widespread, and more complex than ever realized. The danger of subsidence is compounded by climate-driven sea level rise. This double jeopardy means future earthquakes will have even more catastrophic impacts. Subsidence lowers the land, rising seas bring the ocean closer. By 2100, a magnitude 9 quake could triple the area lost to flooding compared to today. Communities once considered safe will be pushed below the new sea level. Long-term planning is now urgent. Building codes and infrastructure must adapt. Seawalls built for today's ocean will fail after the land drops and the sea rises. The risk extends far inland, threatening thousands of homes and businesses. We're in a race against time on two fronts, tectonic and environmental. Only by preparing for both can we protect future generations. Traditional emergency plans focused on escaping tsunamis after the shaking stops. But subsidence means flooding could happen simultaneously with the quake. Many evacuation routes and safe zones may be underwater within minutes. People could unknowingly move into danger, not away from it. Planners must redraw risk maps and identify new, safer evacuation routes. In some areas, vertical evacuation, moving to higher floors, may be the only option. The timeline for escape has vanished. Immediate action is required. Public education must reflect this new reality. The USGS alert demands that officials update all emergency plans to include subsidence. The old maps are obsolete. Survival depends on adapting to this new threat. Canada's warning is part of a larger pattern along the Pacific's Ring of Fire. This region is the world's most active for earthquakes and volcanoes. Recent unrest in Alaska highlights the interconnectedness of these threats. Mount Spur near Anchorage saw a dramatic spike in seismic activity in 2024. The volcano's alert level was raised, reminding residents of the power beneath their feet. The last eruption in 1992 sent ash across the continent. Today, the stakes are even higher. Both volcanic and seismic threats stem from the same tectonic forces. The activity in Alaska is a stark reminder. The Ring of Fire's giants do not sleep forever. The entire Pacific Rim must remain vigilant and prepared for sudden change. The USGS warning is frightening, but it's also a call to action. A reminder that while we can't control nature, we can control how we respond. The threat of a major earthquake and tsunami may seem overwhelming, but it's in these moments that communities find their strength and resolve. Knowledge gives us time to prepare and save lives. When we understand the risks, we can take meaningful steps to protect ourselves and those we care about. Preparation isn't just about supplies, it's about building a culture of readiness, where every family, school, and workplace knows what to do when disaster strikes. Governments and communities must update safety plans for both subsidence and sea level rise. This means rethinking evacuation routes, improving warning systems, and ensuring that everyone, from city officials to local residents, understands the new realities we face. Invest in vertical evacuation structures and reinforce critical infrastructure. These projects save lives, providing safe havens and reliable escape routes when every second counts. Upgrading bridges, roads, and public buildings is an investment in our collective future. Public education must be clear and constant about the new risks. Schools, workplaces, and neighborhoods should all be equipped with up-to-date information and regular training so that no one is left unprepared or unaware. Preparedness transforms fear into resilience. Emergency kits, communication plans, and community drills are essential. Practicing together builds trust and confidence, turning anxiety into action and empowering everyone to respond effectively. Every step taken now reduces future tragedy. Even small actions, like securing furniture, learning evacuation routes, or sharing information, can make a life-saving difference when disaster strikes. The Cascadia earthquake is inevitable, but the scale of disaster is not. Our choices today will shape the outcome for generations to come, determining whether we face devastation or emerge stronger and more united. We have the science and the warning, now we must act. By listening to experts and following their guidance, we can turn knowledge into action and fear into hope. Let this red alert spark a new era of readiness and hope. Let it inspire us to work together, to innovate and to support one another as we prepare for the challenges ahead. By working together, we can face the future with confidence, not fear, knowing that our preparedness today will protect lives and build a legacy of resilience for tomorrow.